Hello, world of the internet. Simon Miller here with a sore throat after wrestling myself last night. Ironically, in the EWE Royal Rumble, or Battle Royal. Can't call it Royal Rumble. People get mad. I didn't win. I got taken out. That was a pin or submission Royal Rumble, but don't even worry about that. But yeah, I apologize that I'm late. Just going to move my phone away. Been running around. It's the day after the Royal Rumble. You know what it's like. There's so much to do. And I really loved it, my word. When Ups and Downs goes live, and I've also done a Y video today, which I'm just literally editing, exporting over there. You will, I've also realized that who cares? I've totally screwed up my green screen. You can see a bit of it. I don't even care today. But I've done a Y video about it. I really, really like the Royal Rumble. So this is a warning. If you didn't like the Royal Rumble and you don't want to hear a guy, it's not perfect. There are certain frailties we need to mention, which I will. But if you don't want to see a bald asshole on the internet, just sort of pour love onto it, then don't watch. Well, please do watch anyway, but you know what I'm saying. First and foremost, all the housekeeping as usual. Please do subscribe to my channel. We're so close to 100,000 subscribers now. When I'm there, I want to get to 100,005, but we're like 1,900 away. I really would like to get there, and thank you so much for your support. You can come follow me on Instagram and Twitter at SimonMiller316. I'd like to get those numbers up too, because why the hell not? I'm able to do this thanks to my patrons, patreon.com/SimonMiller316. Obviously, everything needs to be funded somehow financially, and you don't have to do that. If you don't want to do that, just subscribe. That's all I ask. And I have merchandise at simonmiller.bigcartel.com, and shout out to pinsandknuckles.com for supporting Simon Miller's wrestling show. The other thing you can do as well, if you want to talk about the Royal Rumble, if you've got a statement, you want to call me a dick, you want to do anything, use the super chat. I'll try and get to other comments too, but if you use the super chat, I'll 100% read it out, because that only seems fair. And we'll do that. Non-WWE guy says, Miller's not human. Why else watch the entire Royal Rumble? Because I'm a lucky boy. And I get to, I get to do that kind of thing. And my man, Nick C, says, my buddy, I popped huge for Edge now. My voice is shot. My 27 picks didn't win, but I still enjoyed the show. Of course, we'll get to that later on as well. We will get to the Royal Rumble sweepstakes, and I will let you know who won. One person already knows. And shout out to my man, Brandon Carvalho in the super chat, who said, stoked about Edge's return and Drew's big win. However, not so hyped about Charlotte's win. Don't worry, Brandon. We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about anything. And Matt Moore in super chat says, before anything, Miller, my man, hope you're well. Enjoy your content as always. Thanks, Matt. Beth Phoenix, what a warrior. The coolest thing, let's start there. That's a great transition point. What I took away, and I'm sure there have been people saying this, I haven't just seen it myself. The coolest thing is obviously Edge and Beth Phoenix are married, and they both had these incredible Royal Rumble moments. Like, obviously, it wasn't as surprising to see Beth Phoenix because we've seen her before. But when she twonked her head on the ring post, and then carried on going despite her hair being, blood red after everything she'd been through. It was just, it made you think she was a badass. So despite not winning that Royal Rumble, and again, despite not having this huge, Beth Phoenix is back, she almost became the MVP of the thing in many ways. I mean, I'd give it to Bianca Belair, but Beth Phoenix is in the conversation. And then, of course, over on the men's side, that Edge thing, man, like, I don't know if anybody felt the same. Let me know in the comments if you felt the same. I got emotional, and I was like, what's wrong with you, loser? And it happened to me a few times. When Drew McIntyre knocked out Brock Lesnar, we'll get into it, and when Edge came back, I felt a little bit like, choked up. I don't know why. I think the Edge thing I get, because I can only imagine how difficult it must be to be told that you're never going to be able to wrestle again. And he's always come out about what a fan he was been. But that must be so hard. But to come back 9 years later, get that kind of response where it's almost like we're a team and we're in this together. I don't know, it just resonated through my screen, man. My TV's at a funny angle. What the hell's happened there? It just resonated through my television. And the Drew thing is just, what a story. That's the word I'm looking for, excuse me. What a great way to tell, what a great example of betting on yourself. Let go from the company, went out there, completely rebuilt himself, rebuilt his reputation, gets hired back, has an okay NXT run, kind of has, I don't want to say he's languished on the main roster, but maybe not pulled the trigger when we assumed he would, to not only knock out Brock Lesnar, and I really liked everything, I really liked the story of this Royal Rumble. I just did, sorry. But, to be that guy, but then also be the one to win the whole thing. If you've never watched wrestling before, all of a sudden Drew McIntyre feels like a star, and he looks like a star. That's what people think wrestlers. Well, no, that's what they think. That's what the casual fan assumes a wrestler's going to look like. And he's got so much. It would have been one thing. I think the plan originally, or this is the rumor mill, the plan originally seems to be Drew McIntyre will knock out Brock Lesnar, and that will be one main event, and Roman Reigns will win, and that will be our other main event, which makes sense. You got Raw and SmackDown sewn up, but probably worrying about the reaction to Roman Reigns winning, they went, screw it, let's go all behind Drew McIntyre. And that's 100% the right thing to do. Because now, again, it's twofold. We haven't just pushed him halfway as a star. We've gone whole hog. And I see the criticism, Drew McIntyre versus Brock Lesnar doesn't feel like a WrestleMania main event. That's the job now. We've got 2 months till WrestleMania or whenever it is. WWE has more than ample enough time to get you psyched about that match. It's about narrative. It's about storytelling. It's about making sure we handle Drew like we would handle a Stone Cold Steve Austin, a Rock, or in modern times a Roman Reigns or a John Cena. Treat him like that. I don't mean the bad stuff. I mean treat him like a star. And then amazingly, people will think you're a star. That's why people pop so big for Edge coming back. It's not just that it's a surprise, it's that it's Edge, Attitude Era Edge, and he won all these titles, and you think he's a big deal. Hence why, no disrespect to him, when MVP returned, still cool, still great pop, but there were different levels, you know? So, yeah, and as for Brock Lesnar, without him taking all those people out and dominating the first half of that Rumble, the Drew McIntyre thing doesn't work as well. Drew McIntyre was like the sniper that had been sent in. Oh, sugar, we need someone to get back control. Send in Drew. Like, I'll do it. I'm a psychopath. And he did it. So you need all that. And I say, I'm going to give a round of applause, like a nerd. A round of applause for Brock Lesnar for just coming across like the monster that he is. I don't think it was perfect. I don't understand why John Morrison had to be in that spot. I think you could have put Titus O'Neil there, Zack Ryder, Kurt Hawkins. I like all of these guys. But they've already been, given a position on the card by WWE, whereas John Morrison's only just come back. People still see him as a star, and we've just been told, oh no, he's no different to anybody else. Don't think otherwise. So that wasn't ideal. But there's so many things that we could talk about. The Keith Lee shoulder tackle. Oh, did I react big to that? It was awesome. The whole thing with Rey Mysterio, Kofi Kingston, and Big E. Like, of course they were never going to throw Brock Lesnar out. But was there just a moment when I thought, well, maybe they will? Yes, there was. And I like the fact that I felt rewarded as a fan. I like the fact that I was watching in 2019.